welcome to another exciting live stream from the Kyle Chronicles. As always, I am your host, Kyle, and I'm here doing something kind of special today. During this time of, crazy things going on in life, the coronavirus outbreak, everything going on, I have been on a huge Resident Evil kick. And, with the excitement of Resident Evil 3 coming out this Friday, I figured I would do a live stream of me actually doing the A ranking trophy and achievement for Resident Evil Code Veronica X. Now, the great thing about this game is I have played through this game already. I have beaten it once, and I have unlocked everything in the battle game. So the battle game is 100% completed, did the A rankings and everything else like that, so I am good to go with the A ranking battle game. I only need just 2 more trophies, and then I have platinumed this game. My goal with this is to beat the game in under 4 hours. So I hope that everyone sits through and watches as everyone's looking to watch. If people are going to be watching this to see like cutscenes and everything else like that, you're going to be sad to know that I'm going to be skipping through all these cutscenes. Now, the only thing that I know most of all is, in order for you to get an A ranking in the story of Code Veronica X, you have to do certain things. And the certain things that you have to do in this game is a good amount. So in order for you to be able to do this, you have a couple scenarios that you have to do. And it is to get an A ranking in the story. Now, in order for you to get through this, you have to beat the game in under 4.5 hours. You have to not only just do it in 4.5 hours, you have to give the hemostatic medicine to Rodrigo. You have to save Steve quickly. You have to find all the maps. And you cannot use a first aid spray at all. So that's the other thing that is going to be happening as well. You will not be able to, you cannot use a first aid spray, and you cannot use a save. Now, the great thing is that I've learned with this is that you do get a free save for playing this game. The free save is when you get to the halfway point after defeating the tyrant on the plane. That's a free save for you, so that won't count against you. Now, the other thing that you need to take into account also is that you cannot die at all. You cannot die. If you die once and you try to retry, it's over. But we're going to try and do it so that we can actually get through this without dying. I have done this once before on my PS3. Now I am currently going to be doing it for the first time in a long time. Alright, so obviously we have Rodrigo right there. Equip your lighter. Grab this. Okay. And oh my god, a scary man. He's like creeping on you. Alright, make sure you grab the bullets. Everything else like that. So literally you have to run through this game as quickly as possible. And you cannot die. Because if you die, it's all for naught. Now, the one thing that I have to try and get through, though, is I have to actually get through the fact that I have to get a handgun. Now, if you take damage along the way, you can use herbs, and there's plenty of herbs and everything. So you just need to make sure that you give yourself enough space to be able to do everything. Also, if anyone's watching, I'll be also giving you kind of like play-by-play of what each code is. Alright, so let's run past these guys. Okay, took a little bit of damage, not a big huge deal. Still doing okay. You're about to get the handgun anyway. Now, Resident Evil Code Veronica happens to be one of my favorite Resident Evil games of all time. Like, I have played this game countless times. I've owned multiple different versions of this. And this game is also just past its 20-year anniversary, which is very interesting because I've been playing this game since I was 9 years old, so it gives you kind of an idea where my age is at. Alright, so obviously you have to run down this way. I recommend going through here first, because one of the big huge factors you're going to see is there's going to be some zombies, but they're not that hard to avoid and everything. That's why I always try and grab as much healing items as possible and everything. Oops. Okay. You just want to make sure that you can get everything. Obviously grab the prison map, because finding all the maps is part of getting the A ranking as well. Alright. Shoot. Go up here. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. And then we're going to get to this point over here. And I'm probably going to use this green herb just because of the fact I don't want to get myself all messed up to the point where there's going to be a point of no return. Oh, he just puked. Gets me a little bit of run by. So there's a zombie hitting against the wall, the window back there. Now, if you come and grab these bullets, he will break through. I recommend not killing these guys, because after this, you'll never have to come back to this, because once you get past that, you never have to go back into that room ever again. You basically have gotten everything in this area. You never have to really come back here or anything. I kind of miss the old ways of how Resident Evil used to be. Resident Evil used to have a certain kind of charm to it, and to tell you the truth, Resident Evil Code Veronica is the last true Resident Evil game that ever came out. And I know that Resident Evil 3 is coming out currently, but the interesting fact about Resident Evil 3 technically was just kind of like an expansion of 2, but with this one was actually the true sequel to 2. Okay, so taking some damage, not a big huge deal, because there will be a point where you come back out here and you have to open up the shutters, and that's one of the big huge things you're going to have to do in this game.
Metallic items you have in the security box.
Okay, so you cannot bring any of your guns in here, which sucks, I know, and you can't even bring your lighter in here. That's how fine-tuned the detail they went with us. Now, you might as well just use one of them. Okay. So, I'm just going to grab a couple things over here. One of the things is this, these grenade launcher ammo. You're gonna have to leave them here, unfortunately. But when you come back over here, you're gonna be able to get them back, and then you can just run and put them right into your storage. Now, obviously, that's a character that you're gonna run into quite a bit. As you see there, there's our ink ribbon. You cannot use it, but you need that. Now, that'll be for later and everything. So currently right now you have we currently have the emblem. The emblem unfortunately is metal, so you cannot even bring it with you. Grab the file, why not? So we go here, click this, activate it. The great thing about this also is that it's going to show me where my time is at with this game. I'm going to try not to have any distractions at all. Oops. There, that thing has been used. Now this, now we have to go back to the truck that blew up in the graveyard that we just came from and everything. So now we have to go get a 3D printer. Now the thing that just shined is a first aid spray. I don't recommending you picking them up at all, because then you will get the itch, and if you panic enough when you don't have any healing items, you will be in trouble, and you'll end up using it, and then you will not get an A ranking in the game. So let's go here, grab that, grab this, and then we'll grab the bullets. Now just be ready. Now the two guns that we have right there that have 100% on them, I would not use those until absolutely necessary. I try and save those as much as possible and everything. Okay. Alright, so those two zombies are killed right there. Just use some explosives. Got the fire extinguisher. Now I know that a lot of people on this game use mods as well. I personally am not a fan of using mods to beating a game. I'm actually just playing through the game with actual what the game naturally starts you off with. Now, right now we have some sort of creatures coming out right now. Yep, we got those. Yep, try and dodge those as much as possible. I'm trying to save as much ammo as possible as well. But I'm also going to do this because then it'll eliminate some time, a little bit of a shortcut that you get for doing that, because you will have to eventually come back there. Now, I'm going to try and get rid of some of these zombies. If I get rid of some of these zombies, they'll make it a little bit easier later on. Because we have to go back to... Oops. Okay. We have to go back to the... Ooh, oh, there you go. There you're dead. Alright, we have to go back and get that suitcase. So, use this. Also, you'll be carrying around this extinguisher for a little while because of the fact the extinguisher is used later on in the game so you can get a certain gun. So, I always recommend that I highly recommend you keeping that, because when you get to the Antarctic, in the game, you actually get the Magnum, which is a really good gun to have once you get later on, because it's like a one-hit kill for everything. And I think for a whole group of zombies, it takes out like 5 zombies at once, too. Okay. So, the dogs are still here. They're going to just lay down, because when you leave the area, they'll give you a little bit more time to run past them as well. Now, as you see, we're coming up kind of like on the 10-minute mark, you know, which is basically just trying to get through certain areas.
Please deposit any metallic items.
You have to go back through this area. This area gets a little bit annoying just because of the fact that, one, you have to keep on doing this in order to be able to go items, because as you hear, there's zombies right out there. Also, if you guys are just playing with the game for fun, the other fact that you should take into account is that anytime that you use the first aid sprays are considered metal objects, so you can't even bring them through this area. Just for a normal playthrough, just to let you guys know. Now that I have the special alloy, and there we go. Zombies are in. Oh, I almost did a good dodge right there. But I'm still okay. Health is still doing good. You're going to be grateful because zombies seem like they're a pain right now, but they're almost like a walk in the park compared to what you're going to be versing next. Alright. So I hope everyone's being safe out there. Hope everyone's staying inside, keeping safe, and everything like that. Because obviously, you know, with this tough time right now, it sucks because, you know, everyone would like to just be outside and, like, you know, playing, but unfortunately, we can't do that. Oh my goodness. So that happened. Alright, so let's do this. You have to remember is that you cannot die, but you only have so much ammo, and I've gone through this first part of the game and have used up all my ammo before, and that has completely messed me up in the long run. I would not ever recommend you doing that. So try and keep your health up, because once you get to like certain boss fights, I'm gonna recommend certain things that you should hang on to, because there's gonna be points in the game that you're gonna have to use certain things, and one of the certain things you're gonna need is to give up your lighter, and then you'll get the lockpick. But we're gonna go through this nonchalantly, and we'll get through this pretty easily. But Resident Evil Code Veronica has been out now officially over 20 years, and it has been the most not really the most decorated, but well, actually, yeah, it has. It's gotten its fair share of rewards. It was like the first one to use the dynamic 3D system that was coming out for the time, and it was one of the big, huge titles on Dreamcast. But then they, after the Dreamcast fell through, they redid the game, added on some new stuff, and well, it's all history from there. Now, yeah, get up there. He missed you completely. That's good. Now, there are 3 zombie dogs up here. They stay up here for a little bit, so I am gonna probably kill them just because. Just to let anyone know that it is not animal cruelty. The animals are zombies. So I don't want anyone to be like freaking out because I just killed a couple of dogs. Now we are in one of the first mansions in the game that you run into, and this is one of the big ones. This is where the story gets a little bit insane. I'm gonna reload this gun, so now it's fully loaded. Now, you do get one expansion of your inventory at one point, and that helps you a great deal. I know the code already for one of the parts in this game, so I'm not gonna pick up the one hidden item in here. But I am going to put certain things away, like I'm going to carry my knife around, just because, unfortunately, I cannot save the game due to the fact that if I do, I lose the trophy to getting the infinite rocket launcher. And once you get the infinite rocket launcher, basically, it is like smooth sailing for you in this game. I'm going to do this first. Go in here. Now, you have to enter an ID number to unlock certain doors. So the ID number is NTC0394. That's the way it is. Now that door is unlocked for you. But before we go in there, I'm going to equip my lighter real quick, because in here is some stuff. More bullets, obviously. And then there is something here called a beryllium case. Obviously, you can see that. I'm taking it. So, as you see, there are bats there. They do attack you if you don't use the lighter, unfortunately. With that being the case of you using the lighter, the bats won't attack you. It comes in handy in a few different circumstances in the game, which will help you a great deal. Now, there's some zombies in here. I am going to dispatch them because they never go away. Because you can't take the bullets with you, right? Alright, so those are done. Now, just to let you guys know, there is another zombie at the end of the hallway. I'm probably going to leave him alone. I wanted to get rid of those three so that I didn't get attacked anymore. Alright. So right here is a secret room. There is a key item in here, but you cannot get them yet. You won't be able to get them for a little while. So you have a little bit of a cutscene here. Obviously we're skipping it, but we'll be coming right back here momentarily. Grab the steering wheel. Alright, so yeah, as you hear, there's that one zombie left. I'm not going to really worry about him right now, just because of the fact that it's just a lot more work to deal with. So I am going to go run up here because of the fact that I'm going to put this stuff away real quick, because of the fact that I'm going to be needing the space. Oh boy. So keep that. Oops, no. We're gonna put that away, and we're gonna put this in there. Good. Okay, because we need the. We're gonna need the steering wheel, because that's gonna be out of my inventory soon, and then we'll be getting our upgrade for our inventory. So as you can see on my one thing with my character is Steve Burnside. Steve Burnside is one of my favorite characters in Resident Evil. He is my favorite character in Resident Evil. I should just be honest and just say that. He has been my favorite character. Still is my favorite character to this day. Kind of one of the most tragic characters in the Resident Evil franchise and everything. Alright. So. Alright. So C, E is the one that you have to choose that releases him. That's the quick way. And then he has that key item. You won't be able to use the key item because of the fact that he has taken it. Unfortunately, it's how it goes. But, you know, you'll end up being alright in the long run. Alright, that's a cutscene. Basically, you have an annoying character that basically will chase you around for the first half of the game and everything. So you're going to be going through a lot of that stuff. Just so you know. Alright, so we have a green herb here. I will take it just because, just in case I do get hurt. I want to try and keep my health up as much as possible. Now over here is another key item that you'll be using. It actually makes it a lot easier now that the dogs are dead. And I don't think that they ever come back. I don't think they ever respawn. There's going to be some circumstances where enemies will respawn. But you'll get through it. Alright, so... more ammo, which is a good thing. There's another map. Oh, it's considered the Palace. The Palace. Alright, so these are important too. I mean, I'm not a big huge fan of the bolts, but they have helped in certain circumstances of me playing this. If you get the bow gun, when you get the bow gun in this game, I recommend not even, like, really even using it. I leave it for Chris when you get to his part in the game. Now that we're in the submarine, now. Now I just upgraded my inventory, so you get an extra 2 spaces. So you have a total of you have 10 spaces that you are able to use. Now there are some guns that will take up the space as well. The one thing I am going to do though, because I am here, that emblem that I picked up, that is a key item for you to get off the island. I am going to put it where it needs to go right now, just because of the fact that I am here, and it's very easy to get past these zombies for most of the time. Because when you go through this... Oh, see? That's why you need this. So now, the whole point of this part of the game is that you need to get to off the plane, off the island. But now that's set there. Now I don't have to ever worry about it and worry about forgetting it, because you need 2 more emblems to be able to get off the island, and we have quite a ways to go and everything. Oh no. Alright, so as you see, the zombies aren't usually the issue. You can do pretty good with the zombies and everything like that. Zombies aren't usually a big huge problem. I don't usually have a problem with the zombies. Unless you have only a knife. Now, using a knife is like one of the biggest problems with the Resident Evil franchise. I mean, you can do it. It's just very hard. Now, as you see, we have a shiny item down there. We have to go down there to get it. So, right here is a little area. You have to move this up, and then move it over to get that box out of the way, and then you have to get that elevator up. Oh, seriously? Okay, well, that's never happened to me before. Apparently it didn't go far enough. Yes, that actually happened, guys. That actually did happen. So, now that I've learned about that... Yep, so you have to go back down here, but the big huge thing is that you're going to run into some enemies. So you're going to be kind of overrun with about maybe 5 or 6 zombies. With 5 or 6 zombies, and that's gonna hit you pretty good. Okay. You can't skip the cutscene, unfortunately. She bit my leg. Oops. So I took a little bit of damage back there. Not too bad. I'm doing alright. Alright, so I'm just gonna run out of here. You know, sometimes zombies can run. Ugh. Well, I got out of that situation. Oh, boy. I think the zombies disappear after a little while, but they might not. But you don't have to come down here for a while anyway. I might just play till I get to my first stopping point, which is probably going to be after I get off the island. Getting off the island is probably one of the hardest parts of this game. I mean, once you play as Chris Redfield in this game, it gets a little bit easier because he gets some of the better guns. Claire does get the grenade launcher after a little bit. Alright, so... Oops. What is going on here? Come on. Alright. Alright, so... If I don't beat the game in under 4 hours, I will at least try and get it to getting an A ranking. Now, I believe I have enough space to be able to get up here. And then once I get to the next area, I'll be able to, I just have to run back through here. The game gets pretty insane. A lot of people consider this game to be a little bit too over the top. I disagree. Run past these zombies, because I know that they do disappear. Let's go over here. I'm not going to worry about that stuff right now, because you do come back to the island as a different character, and some of the stuff that you do take ends up, like, you know, ends up like with the other character. Ugh. Kill those zombies. Die, zombie. Alright, some more is. Alright. Oops. For a little bit. But honestly, the gun is good when you get the explosive arrows for it. That's why I usually wait for Chris to use it, because there's going to be a point where you do fight the gulp worm. Alright, so you want to turn this. And we're going to be getting another key item here, because it'll only be available during this part. Alright. Oh, wait. Alright, I got the thing I needed. Alright, now run. Never have to come back into this room again. It's the last time you ever have to go back in there, and you'll be 100% completed with that. Makes it a little bit easier running through this area. Now, we have one more area to go through before we go up the stairs, which is this room right here. You only have to come back into this room. This is the only time you're coming back into this room. I see you, zombie. Alright, so we got a green herb here. Press start. Just combine it. Because, you know, if you... Also, there's a little bit of a printer. Oh my god, seriously, this... Sometimes zombies just don't stop. Alright, let's make sure I'm not missing anything here. Use the key tag, discard it, and then you get this, which is your bowgun powder, which gives you explosive arrows. Those are really rare, so I always save them for Chris, because you do have to fight the giant worm in that courtyard later on, which is part of his story. Now that we're here, we have to go up here. Now, I've tried doing this a couple times. I got a little bit irritated, but this time I'm going to try and actually go through this whole thing and actually complete it. Alright, so let's see. Here, there's the bowgun. You get that. Immediately when we get the chance to, we will be getting rid of it and putting it in. Alright, so we're skipping that. That's going to be for later on. So now, use that, boom, open up those shutters, and then we go back over this way. The shutter does shut. You'll have to come back through this way again. That's the character that's going to be chasing you around a lot. If he shoots you, it's an automatic death. You will die. And unfortunately, with how this game is, in order to get an A ranking, you cannot die. grab these bullets real quick. Grab this. Now, go back over here. Okay, so, well, there's a green herb, so I might as well pick that up and use it. I'm going to use it just because of the fact that I am hurt and I am going to be facing a new monster shortly. And here's another green herb. So we're going to be getting rid of some stuff right now because you're not going to need certain things. Put this away. Now, as you see here, I have decided to use these guns. So we're coming up on a new monster called the Bandersnatch. The Bandersnatch was only featured in this Resident Evil game. It was their first time coming. They're more like a tyrant. They're considered a tyrant, but they are more common than the regular tyrants that you guys all know and love. Now, okay, good. I do have 2 spaces. I need these submachine guns here. You do not get to use these at all, which is kind of a bummer. But, yeah, you kind of kicked the crap out of me. Oh my god, the door opened. That can't be good, right, guys? So you play as a different character right now, which kind of helps you. He basically clears up this whole room for you and stuff. I always go through all the rooms, make sure everything's cleared out, because then when you come back down here later on, you won't have to worry about anything. Because there is things that... This character right here that I'm playing as is Steve Burnside. He is hands down my favorite Resident Evil character. He's also my avatar for my PS4. That's also where my handle for my online account is. Sometimes the zombies don't die from the explosions, which also sucks. But that's the only amount of time that you actually get to play as this character. You do get to unlock him later on as a playable character in battle game. But for now, this is basically about all you get to play as him in the main story. He does help you out through the whole rest of the game. A lot of people didn't like him because he was whiny and everything else like that, but he is also one of the youngest characters in the Resident Evil series, besides Sherry Birkin. And I think there's a couple others, so probably maybe younger, but Sherry Birkin I think was considered one of the youngest ones. So you have a little emotional scene. If anyone didn't know, don't mean to be a spoiler, but Steve just killed his daddy. Yes, those are the golden guns. No, you don't ever get to use them, unfortunately. The thing that sucks the most is that, actually, you know what, there's handgun ammo right there. We have to go down here because there is an emblem plate that we need. Yes, there's only 2 zombies down here, so we need to go get this eagle emblem, which are going to be needing, and everything. Right here. We're about to be facing off against more of those Bandersnatches that we just fought. Currently, right now, that's what we're going to have to do. The longest part of this game, honestly, is doing this, because you're basically unlocking everything for the first time, and when you're going through this part of the game as Chris Redfield, you don't have as much, you don't have to go through as many areas, because basically a lot of the island gets blown up and it's gone. But now, as you see, the zombies are gone, and now these 2 guys show up. They're pretty slow. The only thing that sucks is that if you do run away from them, their arm can hit you. That's like one of the most annoying parts. But now we have to come up here, and we're basically going to go through, and I'm going to free up some space. But as you see here, now we have zombies here. Most of the zombies here are pretty easy to avoid, except for that one. Get rid of those 2 zombies up at the top, then usually it's pretty easy to avoid those guys. Alright, so... Well, actually, I'm going to free up 2 spaces after this. So right here, as you see, you have these 2 guns. You use them, and then it unlocks this door for you. Door's been unlocked. I'm going to grab this green herb right here, and I am going to use it because of the fact that it's better off that I use it now. Alright. So as you see here, we are coming up on a pretty significant part in the game, which is we are going to be we're about maybe halfway through this. Now the other thing about this is that this is this code right here, if anyone is curious, is 1971. If you went up to, there's a paper on this desk that will tell you what you'd have to turn the clock to. You do, yes, you will turn it and then it'll give you the answers. But obviously we're in a time crunch here. Yes, you have to verse one of these things. Yes, I killed that one, and that was just for good measure. Just make sure everything was all kosher. Now I have this blue herb. I'm gonna probably end up saving the blue herb, or I might combine it with my mixed herb that I already have, just because of the fact that, you know, to save it. I am gonna equip this real quick though. Eliminate space, boom. And there we go. There's going to be a... We're coming up on a point where we're going to be needing this... we're going to be needing the... getting rid of it. Because... Unfortunately, we can't keep it. Yes, there's 2 of these things. Yes, and that's the issue I was telling you about, is that you could be running away from them. Also, they can do that, which is still pretty scary. Sometimes it's easy to avoid them, but right now we are just going to try and avoid the floor. Now we're just going to go through this room right here. Okay. Oh yeah, those are always fun. Yes, now I'm hurt. Everyone's probably like, God damn, this guy sucks. Alright. The bats do eventually go away. That's why I have the lighter right now. That's why I didn't get rid of my lighter until I came up here. As you see here, there is a first aid spray. We are not picking it up. Unfortunately, I don't have room for air. And yes, the first aids do help with automatically filling your health up all the way. But unfortunately, you know, we just can't risk it. No, I am gonna do this. I'm just gonna do a double check real quick, 'cause I think that there's a green herb over here somewhere. No, not here. It might be on the other side. We do have to come over here though, because we will be getting a key. Alright, combine. There we go. Got that. Now we're good. Okay, so now that I've healed myself a little bit, we should be okay for right now. Yeah, this kind of kills time a little bit too. Unfortunately with that, it really does kill a lot of time. Yeah, music box. Stop it. We will eventually have to come up here again, but we need this key. So, key. Ugh. Okay. So, we'll run back through this way. Now there might be a chance that if I do it in under 4 hours, I can kill 2 trophies, 1 stone. But there is going to be a slight possibility that I don't beat this in under 4 hours. I think in order to get A ranking, you can't go past like 4.5. I'm not sure what my quickest time was when I did this before. Oops. Okay. Oh no. And now I'm hurt again. Great. Now, as you see here, I basically just like have run through basically everything. I want to try and save as much ammo as possible. I probably could use them on the Bandersnatches, but as you see, the Bandersnatches take a lot of damage without going down. Unfortunately, that does happen quite a bit. Alright, so let me just equip this, because we are coming up on a part where I might have to kill 2 Bandersnatches. And I might clear out this area just because of... oh shit! Alright, just clear out these zombies so it's like an easy running room. I'm probably wasting bullets, but I have quite a bit of bullets right now. Alright, yeah, there we go. Solar key. Okay. The other emblem is in here, which is great. But we have these fucking guys here. Yep. Let's check my health. Unfortunately, I have to heal. You never really have to go back into that room ever again either. Okay, so that's been cleared out. Now, I think that the key also unlocks this door in here as well, in which I think that this key... Now I can discard it. Now that I have both the emblems, now I have to go back down to the prison area, which will be the first thing that I do, because we have to go back into an area that we've been to before, which is where that guillotine was, where we got that key for the padlock. And also we have to give the hemostatic medicine to Rodrigo, who's the guy that released you, and you'll be losing your lighter after this. But we'll be okay as long as we go the proper directions. Because we have to go back through the military base, and we will be going back down through here. Everything, so... It's a pretty cool thing about this game also is the chillingness of hearing like the zombies moaning when like you're running around and stuff like that. It's pretty unnerving when you're playing this, because you know, it's just like, okay, what else is out there? Which most of the stuff that you guys are seeing, we are facing. As you see, the zombies are still here. I think that zombies do come back in the graveyard. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while. Now the dogs are still here too. As I said before, that's why we unlocked that fence, so we can get right in there. Also, we are going to be getting certain items back in a second. Oh. Cheapskate. Yes, he bites your leg. So we're going to be using one of these right here. Alright, that clears up that area a little bit. But what we're going to quickly do is that we are gonna... Whoa! Okay, that did happen. Alright. That clears up that. Okay, so we are going back here to get certain grenade launcher ammo. Because you're gonna free up this area a little bit. Oops. I have to do this first. Because now this door will be open for you, because before it was blocked off. This is probably going to be... This part probably kills a little bit of time for you, but... There's just certain things that you get in this.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
And these two things are... You don't have the grenade launcher yet, and we're going to be getting some more stuff too. The grenade launcher is going to basically save you quite a bit too. Alright. Alright, boom. Got that. Alright, sweet. So right here, we have a health item, so it heals us a little bit. That's good. And stuff. So, I still have health items saved. I'm going to try and avoid getting any more damage. Okay, so more ammo. We're going to be running into kind of a pretty gross scene coming up, which, yes, that does move, and that does open up. I'm going to try and avoid as much damage as possible. There's only so many times that you can quickly get those guys off you, but once you go through this room, whoop, oops, better grab that too. It's always good to have a red herb. I'm going to equip this too because we are going to be facing a pretty scary foe right now, which is a doctor zombie, which there's only, I think, one doctor zombie in this whole game, and he is fast. So that's one of the big, huge things right now, which we are almost all the way through this part, though, which is a good thing. Oh, yeah, you hear some stuff. Some juicy. Yep. For a time, though. Got the eyeball. And you go up to this eyeball. Use. How people thought the human anatomy was back then. This is the last time that you're really going to need the lighter, because when you get here, you're going to find these bats, and keep the bats away from you and avoid damage. Use the lighter. Okay, so equip the handgun. Oh! Yep, that did happen. I did not expect that. Kind of wonder what is going on in this prison altogether, because you're just like, what the heck kind of experiments they're doing and everything like that. It's absolutely insane. Now, as you see here, we have a rusted sword that we have to pick up, and all of a sudden the room starts filling with gas. Yes, this actually is happening. Quick, easy fix. Go this way. You turn it. Turn it, gas goes away, and you're in for a little bit of a scare right now. Cool attention to detail with that, I have to say. I actually pretty much really like that. But we are going through a couple more things before we can get to that final part. Oh, really? And then that's the last time you ever have to come into this area. We're coming up on that. Oh. Oh. Almost broke my cardinal rule right there. We are coming up on that, we're coming up on the hour mark of this currently, which is, I think that I'm making some pretty decent time. Now that I've gone through most of the stuff, I'm skipping cutscenes, I'm doing all the skipping. So hopefully we get right through this the way I want to get through it. There is going to be a small chance that I may have to use that mixed herb that I have. So here's hoping I can get through this game without using too many of my health items, because there's only so many. Unfortunately, I had to use that big, huge mixed herb because I was getting the crap kicked out of me by those bandersnatches in that office. But now that I've gone through and unlocked that part, now I have to run back to Rodrigo and give him the hemostatic medicine. That is a definite in order for you to be able to get the A ranking. Yes, the zombies do come back. Okay, so this is happening. But I don't think that there should be as many. I think that there should be only 2. Oh, there's 3. But now you don't have that fire zombie right there. So basically you just go back to where you were at the beginning of the game and you give him the hemostatic medicine, and then he gives you the lockpick. Now once you get the lockpick, you're going to be able to upgrade your handgun, which is a pretty cool upgrade. It makes it a little bit more of a fully automatic, but you do go through bullets a lot quicker, which is a pain in the ass, tell you the truth. So we're going to do this real quick, because this will free up enough space for us. There's keyholes somewhere. Use simple lock. So we're going to combine those, and then boom, you have upgraded your handgun to a little bit more of a more powerful handgun, which actually is one of the trophies in the game. So if you are trying to 100% this game, I highly recommend doing that. But now your handgun's going to be a little bit more powerful. It'll be quicker to dispatch zombies. It also upgrades it to holding up to 20 bullets instead of 15, which is really nice too. Now if I did this right, there should be only 1 zombie left. No, he's dead. But now, that is the last time that you'll ever have to go through that graveyard, which is quite nice. Very nice. And now, we are done with the whole prison area. The prison area has now officially been completed, so you don't ever have to, really ever have to worry about doing it again. Now we are going to be going through and getting another item, which is what the other emblem is going to be used for, with the emblem and everything else like that. It is going to be just quickly run past that guy. He won't usually bother you. Now that you've gone through this area, you're gonna swipe through, unlock that door again, and then you're gonna run down this way. And the reason why you're going to walk down this way is because you have to go back to where you were being attacked by, oh, yes, there are 2 zombie dogs here. They can't go upstairs, so that's a good thing. At least I don't think so. Alright, so you're going to be using this. This unlocks this. And then you get the blue biohazard card. You only have to use it for 3 different sections. And we're going to basically be breezing right through this part, because once we're done with this, we are able to get out of here. Yep, fuck you dogs. Alright. Okay, so this area is now closed off. So we're going to go through this area. This area has also been 100% cleared off for you, which is quite nice. And now we are going to be getting the grenade launcher right now. Which is pretty cool. We're going to be skipping a room though, and I'm not going to be touching a certain thing in this because of the fact that Chris will be coming back for this stuff. Alright, so that takes care of that. So now this makes this area a little bit easier for you because of the fact that now you don't have to worry about anything. Now, I'm pretty good on handgun ammo, so I'm not really going to be going all crazy with picking up certain ammo. Like, in that face right there, there is ammo in there, but I'm not going to take it. And my reasoning behind that is because of the fact that I don't want to have Chris run low on ammo or anything like that. So there's a little bit of cutscene right there. Zombie just came out of nowhere. Boom. Oh, it's shocking, 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 shocking. Alright, so... Alright. Okay. Well, this has happened. I have officially run out of space. So let's just go here. Completely forgot about that. Actually, you know, I have a way of cheating that. Hang on. We'll do this. Combine. Boom. And I'll be able to pick up these, because we are going to need those. I might leave that health item there for Chris for later on, because I'm currently good on health. But big issue that I'm having right now is the fact that, well, Alright, so let's go over here, scan up, boom, boom, zoom in, and we have to go get that picture. Did a boo-boo, people. Kyle actually made a mistake, which isn't good. Alright, so we are going... Oh, now we have zombies. We're going to skip, because we don't have to come back to that area. Okay. So now we just basically did a big huge UE. Well, we do have a way of doing this quickly. Quickly eliminating one little thing, which is going down this hallway. Now, as you remember, the gate was closed, but you have the key card to open it. Now, Yes, use the biohazard card. Boom. You want to... I am going to be putting something away, which is one of the key items. Okay. So, I am going to put this away. I'm going to put this away and this away. Just because of the fact that I don't need that right now. I'm going to have to use it later on, though. Oh, yeah. Wrong way. I thought it was at a different point of the game. Now, as you see before, we have unlocked all the doors here, so we just have to go back to that room where we found that picture. And now that that is available to us, we don't ever have to worry about coming back out here again, because those dogs will be dead and gone, which they already are. Alright, so that killed a little bit of time for me. I don't think that is too detrimental, because we are at a point in the game where it's like kind of like we're at the end of... We're at basically the end of what we were doing anyway. I don't think I'm going to go through. Now, as you remember, the code on it is 1, 1, 2, 6. Door's been released. Now you have to go back in here. Okay, so we obviously have this right here. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything else. Oh, there's dead body. That's the guy that basically has his head blowing up and everything. And yep, there is one of the bosses, which you actually don't even need to ever really fight him. I'll tell you the truth. There is never a point where you do see him again, and he's a lot bigger. You do see them again, and he is bigger, but you don't have to fight him. Alright. And now you're done with this area. And now that you're done with this area, you don't ever have to come back here again until when you do the Chris Redfield story. I'm gonna see how I do. I might just keep on going till... Oh, jeez. Okay, I didn't do too bad there. But I don't have to worry about those guys either. Now I think a cutscene comes up here too.
Great.
Yep. And you're like, oh my god, it's Wesker. You know, Wesker kind of like stole the show from this game. I still consider him one of the best bad guys to come, you know, out of the series. But, that's like one of the biggest things that really sucked was when you would go up against him. Alright, so there is some items here. For some odd reason, I think I messed up a bit. I'm hoping I didn't, but we will see after this. Because I have to get a certain key. Oh no. Kyle did screw up. I did make a mistake, guys. There is an error in my ways right now that I have done. I was supposed to go put the picture back in that one room. Then I would have gotten a certain key. Then I would have been able to come up here and quickly go through and do the next puzzle. So currently, I have to run back. I have to go back to the military area. That kind of kills a little bit of time, unfortunately, but I have to do it because you won't be able to progress. Now, I've done the one part right there. All zombies are cleared here. There's no zombie dogs out here. That is a big, huge error. I'm not sure how much time that has killed for me. It shouldn't take me long to get to that area, but we're basically right at the tail end where I'll be able to get my free save, and then I can mark down where I was at time-wise, which I think we're doing still okay on time. All right. Yep, that was a big, huge mess up. That's one of the biggest mess ups I've done, unfortunately. And I just got the picture too, so yeah, that is a pretty big one. Yeah, that's a little bit frustrating. Okay, so zombies did come back. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to kind of get something on me. Alright, so yep, you use that picture, and then now all of a sudden this area does open up. I am going to do one thing though, for Chris for later on. Oh wait, it's first aid spray. No. Good thing I realized I said that. Which I have not, I did not use it, so that's a good sign. Game is still in my tact. Alright, so now run back to the palace, because the palace is going to be where we have a puzzle that's coming up, which is the portrait puzzle, which I still think is one of the hardest ones. I still think it's one of the hardest ones in the game. Most of the other ones are pretty simple once you learn them. Now you never have to go back there again. Not until later on in the game. I'm kind of curious about if that one zombie is still here. He is. Impressive. Well, we avoided him. So, the portrait of the beautiful woman holding a tea set is the first one that we have to hit, which I think she is right here. Alright, so that's hit. Then it's the middle-aged man with the red-headed twins. The red-headed twins. So middle-aged man with the twins. Alright, so then it's red-headed man holding the tea set. Tea set. Red-headed man with the tea set. Yep. So you hit that one, and then it is with the red-headed man with the plate, and then it is the white-haired man with the vase, which is over here, and then we hit the umbrageous Alexander Ashford, and then we have right here the king to the Gra, Alfred Ashford. Now that opens up this. If you didn't hit it correctly, then you have an alarm go off, and I'm not sure what that does. I've never had the alarm, like, it scares you more than anything, but I've never had it get to the point where it was like, whoa, what the hell's going on? So, alright, so we got the two things we needed, so now we are at the point of no return. Oh, no, and I'm hurt. Well, I got 2 healing items, so I should be alright. I've saved most of the healing items right now. Alright. As you see here, it gets really, really long here. And everything. So. So let's see what we're going to put away. So I'm actually going to take that out, and then I'm going to put this away. Because, oops. Check. Boom, simple lock. There you go, see? More of that stuff is rare. And also, Chris will get good use of it when he has to fight the gulp worm later on. So now that area is all freed up. What's equipped? The handgun, okay. So I might be able to just get through this area pretty quickly. Alright, so we are going to just basically breeze through these guys really quickly. Once these guns are empty, you can never use them again because they have no ammo. You never pick up another thing of ammo for them, which kind of sucks a little bit. It's a little bit of a bummer because those guns are pretty cool. But now we're coming up on the part because we are going to be having zombies in here, which basically we're going to dispose of all these zombies. Alright. Alright. I have not done too bad. Now that basically now they've gone through that and you've gotten rid of the zombies, you'll be able to just do a clear run, which will help you a great deal as well. Oh, good. Here's a little bit of a health item. Heal me up a little bit. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? That was kind of a little bit bogus right there. Okay, yeah, that's happening. So since we're here, grab the one emblem.
system has been activated. All
Coming up on your first boss fight in the game.
We gotta get to that airport.
the self-destruct system has been activated. All the self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuated. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate.
Well, those guns will be done.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Those guns are done, so you don't ever have to worry about using them again.
The self-destruct
We are just
system
grabbing
has
your
been
grenade launcher ammo
all personnel
and everything
evacuate.
because you are going to need that.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate. Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate. Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. 5 minutes until detonation. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has
We made... Claire! Claire! What are you doing? Let's go!
Okay.
Till
You